Hi, this is MIA with the sit down. I try to come on here and I try to always be positive when I come on here. And I always, try to uplift because if y'all didn't know, I'm from Philadelphia. So whenever I come on to speak with y'all, whenever I come to talk to y'all, I'm from Philadelphia. So the first thing I always want to do is I want, to uplift my city. We just had a loss, the Eagles lost. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible, terrible for everybody. We lost money. We lost a lot of things in this game. But I want y'all to remember one thing. The city made a lot of money. They made money off of the fans that came. They made money off the seats that were sold in the stadium. They made money off the concert. They made money. The same way they're running around the city right now putting boot on everybody's car because everywhere I ride around in the city, somebody got a boot on their car. Y'all, we complain to each other. I want us to realize that. We complain to each other. We never complain to the people that it really matters to. So what I'm going to start off doing with y'all from Philadelphia is 311. That's the number of the day. It's 311. You know why? Because what you can do is you can hold your city accountable for things. Like all those beat up ass streets that we live on. We can get some of those potholes filled in. Right now the mayoral election is coming up. And so far, we have two candidates. We have Alan Dom and we have Jeff Brown. Now, Jeff Brown, I know y'all know. We do a lot of fundraisers, a lot of gun buybacks. He employs a lot of ex-offenders. He does a lot of things for the community. Now, Alan Dom is a city councilman. I don't know much about the Alan Dom, so what I did was I did my research. And I found out that Alan Dom is a real estate developer. I also found out that Alan Dom became a councilman when Mayor Nutter was in office. When Mayor Nutter was in office, they came together and they got a lot of real estate development going on. So I want y'all to ask yourself, all of the redevelopment that's going on in our areas, all areas, not just mine, and not just South Philly, not just West Philly, not just North Philly, all the city. I know y'all see it. I want y'all to pay attention because if y'all are not going to do anything except keep tearing up y'all city, this ain't gonna matter to y'all. But if y'all want to do something and see some changes, maybe can happen because politicians sell us dreams. But it is up to us to hold our politicians accountable. And we don't. And like I said, we complain to each other. I complain to you because it's a pothole outside. I complain to you because I ain't got no street lights. I complain to you because it's not safe for me to go to the store at nighttime. I complain to you. We have to get out here, y'all, as a people and complain to the people that it matters. Jeff Brown, is promising to do some things for the city, and so is Alan Dom. So it's up to us not to suffer from voter burnout because that's what happens. These politicians, they make us all these promises before they get in office. As soon as they get in office, we don't see no tangibles. So I want y'all to remember that because I am from the city of Philadelphia and I know if our city gets a little burnt out, I know everybody else does. So I want us as a people to pay attention because these are things, small things, y'all, small things. Small things always equal big things. So even if we're not going to, do our part in one way, let's do our part in another way. Let's see if we can build our communities up. Because that's what I would like to do. I would like to see our communities be built up instead of turning on the news every day and somebody done carjacked or killed 10 people. Let's try to build our communities up. And that's all I really want to say about our city right now. So every time y'all see me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you see me, just know I'm going to uplift Philadelphia first and foremost. So, I'm older, y'all, and there's a lot of things that I pay attention to, and I pay attention to the world is going on around me. And there's a lot of double standards in our world, double standards as far as genders, double standards, how we raise our children, double standards in the way we educate our children, double standards. There's so many double standards and we don't even pay them attention. We're very quick to point fingers and be very, very judgmental. And yes, us as a people, we are. So when I say I'm going to be positive, y'all, I'm going to be positive, but I'm going to be positive. And I also want to be a little bit very direct with y'all, because when I say us as a people, I hope y'all are getting it. Because it's very important that right now we send our children the right message, because what we see right now is a terrible message. Remember, they used to say the village done burnt down and all the villages done scattered. We need to get it together. And even though, we all say we try to do our part, we could do a little bit more, because I have found a little bit more time that I could. So I know everybody works. I know people go to school. I know we have children. I know we have lives and all these things going on, y'all. But if we want to see a change, the change has to start with us. Dr. Umar made a statement. I'm not going to quote the exact statement because I wouldn't get it right directly. But I am going to say that he has a bigger dream for us as a people. And us as a people, we're not getting it. Yes, we see him and we see his wonderful quotes and we see his, great inspirational, stories and all that. And do y'all know that he is building a school, or he's trying to build a school for us? We complain about the charter schools being taken over. And we know why we complain about them being taken over. We complain about, all the violence prevention in our schools. What about giving some time? It'll take maybe an hour. You can stop hustling for 5 minutes. You can stop doing hair for 45. Because that's all it takes. A little bit of time from a little bit of people, and it creates a big circle of unity. We don't get that. We scroll on Instagram, or not me so much. I can't even get on here to do this half the time. So I'm not scrolling, but I do see a lot. Like I said, I pay attention, and I want y'all to pay attention to. And our children are at risk if we don't. So that's just that's my message. And I'm going to always instill positivity within us as a family and as a people. We don't hold those things dear anymore. The family, that's not dear anymore. The dinners, the get-togethers. And I will sit here and I will be a hypocrite if I said that I would do these things. Like I said, I didn't make any resolutions for 2023. What I did was I made me a priority list, and I've been checking them off. So I called my sister, I called my brother. I said, I love you. Let's start doing some things. So the same way I'm reaching out, that's the way I want us to do as a people. Let's start small, like I said, in our families. Let's take the time to tell each other we love them. Because it's a lot of shit going on out here right now. And we losing people left and right. Every 5 minutes you look up, somebody is gone. Whether famous, close to you or not, somebody is gone. We cannot take time for granted. Let's do what we can with our time. And let's make our time count. You know what I'm saying? I am very, 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 very family oriented myself. And I always feel like, we should be doing things together. Me, my children, so I always want us to be together as a family. I want better communication with me and my children. And I hope that everybody that's listening to me gets this message. If we don't communicate with our children, y'all, we lose them. And we're losing them right now. Mine's I hold very dear. And they, it's the double standard. We choose women, mothers, we choose our sons over our daughters. It seems like we have a liking for our sons, and we favor our sons, which is not true. I think every mother can relate to this when I say that girls are very different in the way that they treat and they handle us rather than your sons. So if you're watching me and you're paying attention, and if you have a mother and you have your daughter and whatever kind of relationship y'all have, think about it. Think about how you treat your mother, and think about how tomorrow is not promised. Think about how, you might have said something, or you might have done something, or you might have, offended her, mother, daughter. Right now, hold on dear to the ones that you love. Like I say, tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is gone. We can't get it back. We can't change it. It is what it is. Tomorrow is not promised. We have to live for right now. And right now, what we have to do is hold on to the people that mean something to us. I am. So I hope that y'all doing the same thing. So, I want to talk about the double standards. It's a lot of them. And nobody, like I said, pays them any attention. I even wrote a list of them, y'all, because it was so many of them and nobody was ever paying attention. So I said, how many of y'all paid attention to the older man, younger woman thing? Right now, it's okay for the older woman to be the cougar and us to court younger men. Oh, it's not okay now for the older men to court the younger woman because he's a creep. But when I was growing up, you know what he was? He was a sugar daddy. You know what's running around here now? A bunch of sugar babies. So y'all didn't pay attention to that double standard either. How about this? How about the double standard with where you send your children to school at? See, you send your children out the neighborhood because you want your children to have a great education and you want your children to see all the things. And then you send them out there. And then they come back into to where they live or where they're from, and it's like a culture shock. So is it helpful or is it harmful? We have all these, things that we don't pay attention to because what we teach our children is how they become adults. All the things that I was taught, cooking, cleaning, your bathroom is supposed to be clean and your kitchen is supposed to be clean at all times. How many of y'all women can say your bathroom is clean and your kitchen is clean right now? Those were just old instilled values that aren't out here anymore. When you go, okay, I still like to go to the laundromat. My kids want me to get a washer and dryer, but no, I want to go to the laundromat. When you go to the laundromat, what do you see in the laundromat? What do you smell when you go to the laundromat?